Kevin Clarke, the legal opponent to Olivia Chow in Canada's High Court for the office of Toronto Mayor. Who is lying, Mr. Clarke or the Supreme Court of Canada? Docket number 41436. Supreme Court of Canada will tell you that there is two legal combatants on the Canadian law for the office of Toronto Mayor. Number one is the politically appointed Toronto Mayor, Olivia Chow. She was politically appointed after being elected by the media by the City of Toronto. Yet, it is not the City of Toronto that makes you Toronto Mayor. It is the provincial level of government under the Provincial Municipal Elections Act. And the only way you can legally become Toronto Mayor is if you make it through 90 days after Election Day without no one contesting your election as a controverted election, which is a violation of Section 83 of the Provincial Municipal Elections Act of Ontario of 1996. Ironically, the same year we faced Jack Layton. Mr. Kevin Clarke faced Jack Layton in his first federal election. That act states no one can hold office if it's proven in a court of law that they were elected controvertedly, which is illegally, if they rig an election or if someone else rigged an election. The penalty under that act is they forfeit the office of Toronto Mayor immediately. September of 2023, 2 days before the legal requirement for Olivia Chow to secure the office of mayor, I myself, beaten, battered, broken, traveled to University Avenue and filed with the Superior Court of Ontario, and a legal proceeding was commenced that legally prevented Olivia Chow from legally being recognized by the provincial, municipal, and federal level as the legal mayor of Toronto until that proceeding was no longer in effect. Olivia Chow was served, the city was served, all councillors were informed. Each of them disrespect the roots and the foundation of this country, which is the supremacy of God, but most importantly, the rule of law. And the rule of law states that she could not legally be recognized as Toronto Mayor as long as this proceeding was in front of the court of law. Olivia Chow used two city lawyers, Saboni and Rodriguez, for that year and a half, 15 months ago, for her defense without informing the people that she did not fulfill the legal requirement. That alone is disgraceful, disregarding Canadian law, our courts, and disregarding the foundation of this country, the rule of law. The media seem to have been playing with Olivia Chow, did not inform the people. But the reality is, the Supreme Court of Canada will discredit any claim by the media or Olivia Chow or the City of Toronto that she is legally Toronto Mayor under Canadian law. Docket number 41436, Supreme Court of Canada, says there's two legal combatants now under Canadian law for the office of Mayor of Canada's largest city. One of them, the politically appointed Mayor, Olivia Chow, who can legally, after 15 months, secure the office of mayor. I say steal the office of mayor only if the court ruled that she was not elected illegally under Canadian and Ontario law. And the other combatant is Mr. Kevin Clarke, who is the legal opponent to Olivia Chow. Olivia Chow can legally become Toronto Mayor. Mr. Kevin Clarke can legally stop her. The courts have two choices: rule that she can become mayor, or rule to have her forfeit the office of mayor for being elected illegally. It is now in the Supreme Court of Canada, Canada's highest court, in the hands of 9 judges, and only them can determine the legalities of the office of Toronto Mayor. It is a disgrace to all Canadians that Olivia Chow would not have informed the people of this city that she is the first person in Canadian history who did not fulfill the legal requirement under Ontario and Canadian law to legally obtain the office she was appointed to. Yet, she put herself above Canadians and above Canada's rule of law. Docket 41436, Supreme Court of Canada, is now in the hands of the 9 judges as of December 16th, and only they can determine the legal mayor of Toronto. Olivia Chow, we're not in Toronto, Ontario, China. We're in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. To God be the glory.